Hollywood keeps cameras pointed at everything, all the time. Yet some of its biggest stars pulled off something that should be flat-out impossible. They shielded entire journeys, from bump to delivery, without anyone finding out, evading gossip blogs, paparazzi with zoom lenses, and entertainment reporters whose single job is knowing this stuff before you do. Hiding an expanding belly from the world drives every story on this list, and the answers are highly unusual. 15 actresses kept 15 guarded secrets, with some lasting weeks, others lasting the full 9-month stretch, and a few going beyond that. Kicking this off is Kerry Washington, who you know from Scandal as poised, always in control, and never showing a moment of weakness on screen. That discipline translates directly to her personal life, as she delivered her second child, a boy named Caleb, in October 2016. Rumors floated during that period and people suspected, but Kerry actually confirmed the rumors by debuting her baby bump at the Met Gala months before the birth. Even after Caleb arrived, she held the news close for weeks, ensuring there were 0 announcements blasted across her feed and 0 gushing magazine spreads. It was kept quiet and controlled, which was exactly the way she chose it. Taking the next spot, Amber Heard changes the playbook. The Aquaman actress welcomed a daughter named Una Page in April 2021 through a surrogate, choosing not to tease it or share carefully worded posts hinting at the arrival. Instead, the actress logged onto Instagram long after the delivery with a photo, stating she wanted to do this strictly on her own terms. Whether you have strong opinions about her or not, her approach serves as an excellent example of controlling a narrative without press tours or build-up. The next entry completely changes the expectations of how leaks happen. Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix guarded the arrival of their boy River in 2020 as a private tribute to Joaquin's late brother. The situation was locked down from the public right up until a film director stood at a festival microphone and announced to the crowd that Joaquin couldn't attend because they recently delivered a child. The couple never once confirmed the news before a director blew the whole thing wide open in front of a live audience. River was already home before anyone even knew he existed, making the situation exceptionally rare. Proving silence is highly effective, Lucy Liu brought her son Rockwell into the world in August 2015 through a gestational carrier. There was no build-up and no warm interviews about preparing for motherhood, as the actress just appeared one day with a single black and white photo holding her newborn. It was a clean, quiet, and effective approach that made everyone stop scrolling. Ellen Pompeo earns her living playing someone who handles highly difficult situations without flinching, and her actual life followed a similar path. She used a surrogate for her second daughter, Sienna May, in 2014, and then waited 2 months before letting anyone in. During those 2 months, the actress attended press appearances and gave absolutely nothing away while sitting on news of that magnitude. That level of composure is extremely notable. People might expect total transparency from Rashida Jones, considering her sweet and funny persona on Parks and Recreation makes her seem like the most open person in every room she enters. However, she went a completely different route. She welcomed her son Isaiah in August 2018 and told absolutely nobody, meaning the media failed to uncover the story through a social post or a leaked photo. Instead, they had to track down a vital record, as a legal document was the only thing that exposed the news. There was not a hint or an accidental background appearance, proving exactly how deep the silence ran. Bypassing the usual rules, Emmy Rossum did something completely different. The Shameless star refused to hide the journey and then announce the delivery separately, choosing to announce both at the exact same moment through a series of Instagram posts in May 2021. Sharing that the baby had arrived in that manner takes hiding to another level, serving as a total bypass of the conversation everyone expected to have. Privacy was already highly prioritized for Brenda Song and Macaulay Culkin, who kept their relationship so guarded that a large portion of the audience barely knew they were serious. That made the arrival of their son Dakota in April 2021 feel like two significant surprises landing at once. Their statement to the press was tiny and warm, stating they were overjoyed, and that was the extent of it. They completely avoided follow-up interviews, magazine deals, and soft-focus photo shoots, treating the event as a closed chapter. Sometimes external events provide the perfect smokescreen, which was true when Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake welcomed their second son, Phineas, in 2020. The events of 2020 handed many people the cover they needed to disappear from view, and Jessica turned the lockdown into an actual wall between her family and the outside world. They confirmed the arrival much later when it surfaced almost as an afterthought, meaning nobody chased it, and nobody broke the story before it quietly appeared. Scarlett Johansson proves that sometimes the leak comes from close to home. She carried her son Cosmo, born August 2021, with her husband Colin Jost while doing Black Widow press. The actress stepped back from certain events, and nobody made too much noise about it, until Colin cracked a joke about the impending arrival at a live show just days before the delivery. That stand-up bit, rather than a press release, is how the public learned an Avenger was expecting. Alexis Bledel from Gilmore Girls held total silence after delivering her son, with actor Vincent Kartheiser in the fall of 2015, sharing 0 photos and 0 cryptic hints. The news only surfaced when her co-star Scott Patterson mentioned the child casually during an interview, not realizing he was revealing something the couple never made official. Over half a year passed before this accidental reveal from someone who wasn't even trying to break a story, showing how tightly guarded the secret remained. Cameron Diaz took a completely separate route by surprising everyone in January 2020 when she and Benji Madden announced the birth of their daughter, Radix. Because they used a surrogate, there was nothing physical to track, meaning no baby bump appeared at airports, and fans noticed 0 maternity fashion choices setting off rumors. Not a single whisper campaign started from anyone watching her shape change, resulting in a sudden announcement, landing in a world that had 0 warning. The public completely missed the entire process. Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling are highly regarded for their Hollywood privacy, especially when their second daughter, Amada, arrived in April 2016. Fans only found out she existed 2 weeks before the delivery, despite 9 months of cameras tracking everything that moves in the entertainment business. Eva had simply vanished from the red carpet circuit, and somehow that didn't register as a major red flag for anyone paying attention during that time frame. Mindy Kaling takes the runner-up spot because the Office star managed to keep her privacy secure on 3 separate occasions. Her daughter Catherine arrived in 2017, her son Spencer in 2020, and her daughter Anne in 2024. For Spencer and Anne, the world found out through announcements made after the deliveries, as she decided against the concept of bump photos, gender reveals, and constant speculation. She executed this consistently, every single time, which goes far beyond luck and represents an airtight system demanding strict discipline. Laura Linney takes the top spot as one of the most admired actresses working today, known for Ozark and The Big C. She brought her first child, a son named Bennett Armistead, into the world in January 2014 at 49 years old. She skipped award season entirely that year, stepping away from red carpets and giving 0 hints to journalists who interview her regularly. When the news finally broke, Bennett was already home. As a first-time mother with an active career at the very top of her field, not a single leak reached the press during the entire 9-month stretch. In a business where everyday routines end up photographed and dissected, she kept a major life event completely private. setting a highly impressive standard that few others can approach. We would love to know which story you found most compelling. Whether it was the director who accidentally revealed Rooney Mara's secret at a live festival, Mindy Kaling running the same strategy 3 separate times, or Laura Linney executing the cleanest disappearing act in Hollywood history. Drop your answer in the comments below, and if this list surprised you, subscribe right now because there are more stories exactly like this waiting for you. Hit like, and we will see you in the next one. The connecting factor for all 15 of these women is that they looked at the machine that feeds on celebrity life and decided this particular chapter belongs solely to them. They weren't quiet because they were ashamed, but rather they guarded something precious before the world could form an opinion about it. And their methods proved successful for each of them.